Hey everybody, sorry it's been so long since I've posted anything, especially anything with my face on it. I got a new phone, so and it doesn't connect with YouTube very easily. It's a Windows phone, and Windows and Google don't like each other very much apparently, or something like that. Um, so it's hard for me to upload videos to YouTube. I will try to get this one up onto YouTube. But I thought I'd just give you all some updates on what's going on as far as my snakes go. I am actually in my snake room right now. You can see stacks and stacks and stacks and more stacks. And there's also a rack over here, and then there's another one right there. Sorry, it's kind of a mess in here. Um, my collection has gone from being, I think the last time I made a video, it was somewhere around maybe 30. It's probably doubled actually by now. Not including babies in there. There's a bunch of little babies you can see. And then also down here in these ones are some babies. Um, I yeah, mostly corn snakes still. That hasn't changed. I'm still more of a corn snake lover than any other snake. I do have some African house snakes and some spotted pythons, and let's see, I got some gray banded kings. I have a pair of them, but they're not breeding yet. They're breeding ready, but they won't breed yet. I'm having some issues with that, but I'll figure it out. Um, let's see. I have a pair of red tail boas now. I had an adult female for a long time. Um, I say an adult. So I've had her for a long time. Now she's an adult, and we recently acquired a male they're both just normals. The male was actually kind of a rescue, sort of. I say that he wasn't really a rescue, he was just a surrender. He was just given to me. So I have 5 different species of snakes that I'm working with right now. I have corn snakes, I have gray banded kings, African house snakes, uh, boas, the red tail boas, and the spotted pythons. I don't know if I said all those. Hold on, let me. I don't know. I think it's 5. Pretty sure. I don't know. I lose track. I know 5, and I've already lost track. Um, I'm doing a lot of kind of newer projects in corn snakes right now. Um, I just bought an extreme reverse Okatee female that I'll be breeding next year to a an ultramel Okatee. I'm looking forward to getting hopefully some extreme ultramel Okatees and some extreme Okatees, reverse Okatees. I mean, she's a extreme reverse Okatee. I don't know if I said that. Sorry. um, I'm also, let's see. As far as projects go, I'm working on. I don't know. A lot of you have seen my boy Prince, who is a snow, and he's got the really thick yellow bands around his saddles. I've been working with trying to reproduce that. I have a Tessera male now. He's an Anery Tessera. Hopefully, he'll breed for me next year. This year, as you can see, I've already hatched some babies, not very many. And I won't have very many. I say not very many. When I say not very many, I mean I'll probably have a grand total of about 70 babies this year overall. Um, and that's going to be all species. The only species that I've successfully bred and produced this year or at all actually, are the corns. And I actually did breed my spotted pythons, but the uh, the clutch was infertile, and I mean it happens. It's their first year. It was the male's first year, female's first year. So it was 11 infertile eggs. So I mean, it's not necessarily expected, but it's not like it's uncommon for the first times to be infertile. Um, let's see. I have the first clutches that hatched. This is the first clutch that hatched here. The mother was a stripe, and she was another surrender that I had. She was really healthy. I bred her to my gold dust Motley het Anery male. He's kind of my tester because he has so many genes in him. He's my tester for genetics. So I went ahead and bred him to her, and she happened to be het butter. So now I have all these. I have some butters in here, some gold dust, some, let's see, butters, gold dust, a lot of caramel montleys. This little guy, I'm sure he's hungry. I don't know if you can see him. I don't know if you can see him or not, but he's chilling out right there looking at me. Meh. This front-facing screen thing with the new phone, I don't know how to work a front-facing screen. Like, every video I've ever had that I recorded with my phone was a regular, on the back of the phone thing, so it's all weird to me. But either way, anyway, this so like I said, this was kind of a surprise clutch. I got a lot of caramel mottleys, got a few just normal, classic mottleys. He's still just staring at me. I got some A-Mel mottleys, some Ultra Mel mottleys. That was really nice. Gold dust mottleys, butter mottleys. Most of them are sold, but I still have, actually, the ones in the taller stack here have not been sold, and then this stack they have been sold. This stack includes, let's see, Ultra Mel motley, Caramel motley, Ultra Mel motley, Caramel motley, Ultra Mel motley, Caramel motley, A-Mel motley, and just motley. I think that just motley actually sold, so never mind. She needs to go in this pile, but so yeah, a lot of nice little babies in that clutch. A really surprise, because the female, like I said, she was a surrender from a pet store, and so anytime I have a snake that comes from a pet store and it's got all these genetics in it, I'm happy. Let's see, the next clutch that hatched out are little Snows and reverse Okeetees, and they are from my big A-Mel male that bred to a Snow female. He's had anery too, and he produced the very first, the Snow that has the bright yellow bandings. He's the father. That is the father of that Snow, and then I also produced a few other Snows with yellow bands last year, with a different female. So I went ahead and bred the female that gave me those Snows last year to the male that gave me the original Snow, to see if any of their babies would show those bright yellow bands. It'll be a while before they start to show, which is why they're in the rack, which is more of a permanent setup, where these guys are just in the little containers, because I don't plan on keeping them. They're all going to be for sale, or are for sale, or sold, or whatever. I have a few other clutches in the incubator, kind of. See those black containers up there? That's where I'm keeping egg clutches. There's one in each of those. And then I also have some down here. Hope you can see them, maybe. I don't know. I can't see my screen well enough to know if you can see those or not. But I have, so that would be 4 clutches left to hatch. The 2 that are over there, wherever, you get the idea. The 2 that are over there, that I'm not sure if you could see or not, are both from Lavender Clutches. I kept them cool for the first 50 days of brumation, for the first 50 days of incubation, and so now I'm just waiting for them to hatch. Like, when I say cool, I kept them in the 70s, the low 70s actually. It was dangerously low. A few times I was afraid that it was going to be too low, just because of heater issues. Sorry, I'm trying to get some of the lights, working. So one of the clutches is from a pair of lavender pinstripe mottleys. Both had A-Mel, so I'll be getting some lavender mottleys, lavender stripes, lavender pinstripes, hopefully. And then same with the opals, opal mottleys, opal stripes, opal pinstripe mottleys. That'll be nice. That'll be a nice clutch. And then the next clutch that's over there, the father was the same pinstripe motley lavender. The mom is a caramel motley, possibly. She's supposed to be het for both ultra and lavender. Supposed to be. That was the idea when I bought her. That was the, she was supposed to be. So I'm kind of proving that out in her, and also it's a part of my project. My biggest project right now is to do a whole lot of like caramel lavender mixes. And I did a lot of that last year. I held back a whole bunch of babies from last year. I have an A-Male Ultra and Ultra Male from one clutch that was my Gold Dust Motley Het Anery to a Lavender Ultra Male female. So they're all het for caramel, lavender, and motley, which is awesome. And then I also held back. I bred a lavender motley het for A-Male to a gold dust motley female, and I got some A-Male motleys and ultra male motleys from them, and I kept a male and female A-Male motley from that clutch. And I was tempted. I was gonna keep an ultra male motley. Did I say? I kept an A-Male motley and an A-Male, two A-Male motleys, a male and a female. And I was tempted to keep an ultra male motley, but he's just so mean. I don't want to keep him. I don't want to breed him. I don't want to reproduce. I've heard from a lot of bigger breeders that when you breed snakes that are mean, a lot of times their offspring are mean, and I just don't want to deal with that. So I'm not gonna keep him. I'm gonna hope that he can find a home where he's not mean. So that's kind of on the way. I also did keep from last year. I kept an Ultramel Anery Motley Stripe female that's het for caramel and lavender also. From the same father, the Gold Dust Motley Het Anery, and he bred to a Opal Motley Het Anery female. So that's where that girl came from. So I have her still. I also kept two female snows with the yellow banding. One of them was motley, one of them was not. And then I also kept an Ultramel Anery from that same clutch, a male, because the other two are females. So I figured I might as well have something to go with them. So yeah, I kept a lot of babies from last year. The last two clutches that are up there right now are one of them is from the snow with the thick yellow bands, the male, to a female normal that's just het for snow. And so we'll see. I want to see if it will show. Like I said, I'm trying to reproduce it, so I want to see if it'll show maybe in the first generation babies with that breeding, or if it will show in the second generation babies with the babies that are in the rack right here that I was mentioning earlier. The last clutch that I have up there is from from my normal male. He's not really normal. He's kind of more of a red factor. He's super red. From him, he's het for Anery Stripe, and possibly het for who knows what else. So I'm breeding him this year to a Coral Ghost. That was the het for Stripe, and I don't know. A-Male, I think, is the other thing she was het for. It's not a very big clutch. That was only 7 eggs, I think, or yeah, 7. And this was a clutch of 19. This down here was also a clutch of 7. The first lavender pinstripe times 2 clutch is 14 eggs. The lavender pinstripe to caramel motley is 13 eggs. And the yellow banded snow to the normal het snow is 18 eggs. So that's a lot of eggs. It's a lot of eggs for me. I think my biggest clutch was only 22. So that's a big clutch for me. No, maybe it was 23. I think 23 was my biggest last year. I have 2 gravid females over here also. I have a butter stripe female that bred to motley with unknown hets. It was kind of for a friend. The motley male that he has is getting pretty old. So he just wants to make sure that he has some babies that he can keep from that male, and I let him borrow this female. Although they've bred multiple different occasions, and she still has not laid eggs yet. And it's like she keeps getting to the point where she seems like she's gravid, and then all of a sudden she's not. And then it's like, okay, well, you're not gravid, so we'll breed you again, and then breed again, and then, it's like I witnessed the breeding myself. I saw it happen, and then it gets to the point where it's like a month and a half in, and she gets kind of big, and then the eggs just go away. It's like, so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if they're infertile, and so she's just reabsorbing them, or if she's I don't know if maybe they're fertile and she's reabsorbing. I don't know. I don't know what her problem is, but it's kind of getting annoying. The other female that's due to lay here pretty soon is a gold dust motley female that I bred to an ultramel Okatee that's set for caramel. So that'll be a nice little clutch. I counted eggs in her the other day. There's only 8, which 8 is fine. I had a lot of small clutches this year, but I did move, um, which is why I have the nice little setup that I have now. I don't know where I was the last time I made a video where you got to see the setup, but this is much nicer than what I've had in the past. So when you do move, though, it kind of messes them up a little bit. It messes with fertility and stuff. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, you kind of get the gist of everything I'm trying to do. I am right now pairing the other. I'm pairing the male spotted python, the granite, with my other female spotted python to see if maybe she'll give me a fertile clutch. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to continue to try with the gray bandits, but I just don't see them happening this year. The male is a little small. He's a 2-year-old, and I mean, just like with corns, you could breed him at 2 years old. I mean, the Ultramel Motley that I bred to the Gold Dust Motley, or the Ultramel that I bred to the Gold Dust Motley, is only 2. But it seems like my 2-year-old gray bandit just isn't going to be with it this year. Which is fine. Oh, I also bought some jungle corns. I had one, I still have him, an AML jungle corn. He's got the stripe pattern. So I bought a female ultramel jungle corn with the stripe pattern. So I want to breed them together eventually. I also bought 2 super corns, a male and a female, that are possibly het for caramel. Yeah, the corn snake caramel. They're really awesome looking. So I'm gonna grow them up and breed them together. They're only 25% corn, so I'm not gonna breed them back into corns to see if they're het caramel. I'll only breed them together, and if I don't get anything caramel cool looking, that's fine. One of them is an AML, one of them is an ultramel. Although in all honesty, they both look like they already have caramel in them, but I don't know that for sure, so I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I mean, that's really my plans. I don't plan on keeping too many babies from this year. And when I say that, I don't really know what I'm going to keep from this year, if anything. If I get some babies, if some of these babies end up with the yellow bands, I might keep them for a while, but they are all kinked except for one. Which is an AML, just an AML. He's not even a motley. And so I may end up keeping that AML. I'll definitely keep him if he ends up with the yellow bands. But if after like 6 months or something, I don't see the yellow bands in any of them, or something like, I mean, it takes between 4 to 6 months to really see the yellow. So if I'm not seeing any signs of yellow in any of them at 6 to 8 months, I'll probably rehome them for next to nothing because they are kinked. I hate to do it, I really do, because, I hate having kinked babies. I hate just giving babies away. I mean, there's a lot of things I hate about it, so. But regardless, that's what I would probably end up doing. Let's see, I don't know. I considered keeping a few babies from this clutch. However, I don't think I will. I mean, they're nice and everything, but there's nothing in here that I don't already have held back from last year as far as genes go. Yeah, I did, let's see. I don't know, I may end up keeping some lavender pinstripe babies or some opal pinstripe babies from that clutch. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't want to keep anything that has less than like 4 genetic possibilities, different genes. So, I don't want to keep anything that is just like an AML motley, like possibly head injury, like, this AML motley in here, you can't really see him very well, I don't think. He's in there, whatever. He's really cool, and he eats really well for me, and I like him a lot. He's got a good personality. He hatched from the first clutch this year, and I like him. I do. But I kept an AML motley from last year who's doing really well, and he's het for caramel and lavender. And I don't think he's not possibly het for anery like this guy is. Well, this guy is possibly het for anery, but he's not het for lavender at all. So I mean, I'd rather have the lavender het than the anery het, and so I'm probably not gonna keep any of them. I don't know. I may end up keeping a baby from the normal that's het for anery stripe that I bred to the Coral Ghost. I'll probably keep a baby from that, because the normal that bred is actually my first corn snake. He's my baby, so I really want to keep his line going. Other than that, I mean, I just don't see myself keeping too many babies from this year. I'm trying right now, actually, though, to breed my um, uh, snow with that has the thick yellow bands to an Okatee corn snake that's been line bred. Because I thought, well, if I do that, and if I'm successful, I'll keep maybe like 4 or 5 females, raise them up, and then breed them back to him. Once again, trying to reproduce that, and I think it'd be a really cool look. I mean, she's from an extreme Okatee project, so she looks really nice. But yeah, other than that, that's it. I mean, I recently acquired a 2013 Butter Motley, and it's 2015 now, so she's 2-year-old Butter Motley. I got a 2-year-old Gold Dust Motley. I got a yearling Coral Snow Motley. I got, I'm trying to think. I got a wild caught female from Miami, Dade County, Miami, Florida. Just as a how do they say it? I guess like a tester, sort of. And she's between 2 and 3. I mean, as a wild caught, you never really know how old they are, but I think that she's between 2 and 3. She's probably 3, and she's just small since she's wild caught. But I don't know that for sure. Let's see. Oh, I also got a lavender motley female het for hypo, and possibly het for amel and anery. So that'll be a nice one to have. She's breeding ready now, but I'm not gonna breed her just because I'll wait a year. She's a little small, and it's a little late in the season, and so I'm not gonna mess with it right now. But I did get an adult male hypo lavender motley, which is her dad. So he's a hypo lavender motley, and he's het for amel and anery. So I'll probably breed her back to him just to see what hets there are and all that. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the extent of what's going on. I mean, just trying to look around to see what else I've got. I did buy a few things from Steve Roylance. I got a lavender gold dust motley male from him, as well as an amel. Let's see, it'd be lavender butter, I guess it would be, from him. Male and female pair. So, and I say pair, they're still babies. They're only a year old. They're not even a year old. They're maybe like 6 months old or 8 months old or something. So, but eventually I'll breed them back together probably. Yeah, that's about it. I really, I mean, as huge as my collection is, I can't go over it all in one day. I mean, I'm already almost at 25 minutes. Yeah, it's just been, it's been really nice to have this set up. I mean, I'll kind of skim everything again. There's, babies here, and then over here are, across there are all like yearlings from, stuff from last year. I'm trying to hold my phone. Down here in these like white tubs are 2-year-olds, and then down here in these green tubs are like subadults, and then in the rack down there are also 2-year-olds and subadults and such. Some yearlings. There's some big yearlings. Above me are adult females, as well as over there. All those are adult females. Down here are adult males. And that's about it. Of course, up there, like I said, are the eggs. And yeah, it's been nice to have this little setup. Yeah. I guess I'll try to keep you all updated on what goes on. It's the best thing you can do though is go to my Facebook page. It's called Sarah's Snake Shop, and I post all my updates on there all the time. I even tried to start a blog, but it's like when I'm already on Facebook all the time and I'm already posting on Facebook all the time, it's easy to just continue to post on Facebook all the time. Instead of oh, I'm gonna go to this website over here and this website over there. You can follow me on Instagram if you want. I think it's just Sarah's Snake Shop, just all one word, like just all smushed together. Um, and well, obviously my YouTube channel. You're watching this. You're probably watching my YouTube channel. But in case I decide to post this on Facebook instead of YouTube, SC Martin 27 is my YouTube channel. It's old. That's just why it doesn't even have my real last name, and it's kind of juvenile. But yeah, I do have a blog also. It used to be Blogspot, but I think Google bought it. Sorry, drop something. It used to be Blogspot, but just look up Sarah Snake Shop on there, you'll find it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not internet impaired, but I don't care about all these freaking social network sites. I don't even. I have a Twitter, but I don't ever get on it, so don't even try to find me. I don't even know. I'm getting old. You know you're getting old when you're not up with the social media. um, I am 24. I mean, come on now. I'm getting old. Thanks for watching, guys. I think that's it. Wish me luck, and I'll try to continue to post. But like I said, best thing you can do is go to my Facebook, facebook.com/Sarah's Snake Shop, period separating Sarah's Snake Shop. Yeah, a period after Sarah's, and then a period after Snake. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys.